Oh my god, what is this? Miso 2 times in a day? What's going on? Well, it looks like AGS decided to give us a last minute update and change the roadmap. And there's quite a few interesting changes here that I wanted to go over. So, looking at this, they are starting off by talking about how they had this plan to release everything next month. But, they've hit a small delay on their localization timeline. But they're excited to share an update to the plan that they built in collaboration with Smilegate during their trip to Korea. And they're like, hey, look, we knew that, you guys are thinking September 25th, probably going to be the time Tier 4 comes out, right? And they're like, yeah, you guys are correct. That is exactly when it was going to come out. But that's not happening anymore. So what is going on here? So in September, they are releasing Behemoth Raid by itself. And I know what you guys are thinking. This is what I was thinking as well. Wait, Behemoth Raid? That's 1640. Originally, we were supposed to get Tier 4 to push us up to 1640 so we wouldn't have to hone past 1620, right? Does that mean we have to hone to 1640 ourselves? Well, no. They're actually going to be reducing the item level requirement to 1620, and we get to start doing Behemoth a little bit earlier from Tier 4. So this is very interesting, and I really hope that they do this correctly. There's a couple areas where I feel like they could really mess up if they don't do everything correctly. Now, here's the thing, right? Behemoth was originally supposed to be 1640. When we got to 1640, like if our characters get to 1640, our character is going to be stronger because, well, even in Tier 3, that's extra 20 item levels. It was Tier 4, which means that we would have had Tier 4 gear to boost our power level. Now, in Korea, it was also Tier 3 in 1640, so they didn't have the Tier 4 gear, so I understand that. But now that they're taking it down to 1620, on top of not having 1640 gear, the people who are doing it also won't have maximum transcendence. They also might just be starting out with their elixirs, so they might not have 40 set yet. These changes, and also advanced honing, right? Well, I guess that kind of comes with 1640, but you get the deal. Elixirs, transcendence, item level. Those are all not coming with this update because some players are just not going to have their 40 set yet, and some players are also not gonna, well, all the players who are at 1620 don't have their maximum transcendence yet. So my hope with this is that they will be nerfing Behemoth and making it weaker so that anybody can clear it with 1620, hopefully 35 set, but I don't know. They might make it 40 set, which, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but the transcendence piece is definitely going to have to happen because people at 1620 don't have transcendence. But we're going to skip down a little bit ahead at this looking ahead part. They did mention that they are going to be changing, like right here. Additionally, we know that there are so many conversations around the recent changes to bound golden progression systems such as elixirs and transcendence, and they are going to investigate an update to ensure that player progression is not locked behind completing the hard version of a raid for certain types of progression systems. So that is actually happening in Korea already, and I'm sure that that reference is referring to the update that will be coming in Korea this week about how, and this is in my other video today, elixirs are no longer to be locked behind hard mode, right? They're going to be legendary starting at 1600, and transcendence, you're going to start getting to level 7 transcendence at 1620. You don't have to wait until 1630 and clear hard Thamon to get that. Now, if they do that and roll out that change, let's say this week, right? Well, we still don't have that much time to work on our level 7 transcendence. And also in normal mode, they give you less dark fires. So I still expect a lot of players to not be able to have that full level 7 transcendence for Behemoth. So I really, really hope that they put all of this in mind and are going to actually be nerfing Behemoth to a point where we can actually do it at 1620. And this is actually a really good change as well because Behemoth is a 16-man raid, which getting 16 people in a raid is so hard. Now we have to get 4 supports. Now we have to get like 12 DPS or whatever. It's not easy. We don't have that many people in our server to support that. So I'm hoping what this means is that Behemoth will be easier, and that way when we get to 1640 with tier 4, we might be able to actually just do Behemoth super easy, and it'll just become homework real quick. Because that way we won't have to worry about as much gatekeeping, more players will be able to get into it. I don't know. I really hope that they've put all this in mind so that when we actually get it, it'll be good instead of right now, which I do still have some worries about this change, which is overall a good change, right? Because they're like, look, things need to be delayed, blah, blah, blah. We don't want to rush that out half-ass, which is fine, right? Which is totally good. But they do have to make sure that they're working on these things to make sure that these changes will work well into the game. So we'll have to see, right? We'll have to definitely see. Now, with that, they pushed the update for tier 4 into October. So tier 4 is coming in October, and that is coming on October 9th. And, you know, they're basically saying like, look, you know, you'll be able to get some time to do some Behemoth, get some weapon transcendence, all this, all that, and some gold and silver to prepare for tier 4, which is fine. And they're also going to be renaming the Express servers to Ignite servers, which, okay, sure. They just don't want the name to be very confusing for people coming in, because they're like, oh, Express servers with Coco Express. We totally understand that. So yeah, that's going to change. But the Eggar Raid is coming in October 16th. So a little bit later, it's going to be about a month and a week after the Behemoth Raid. So we're still not going to be able to get full weapon transcendence unless you're buying the extra box at the end, like the bid box, every single week. So if you do want to get full weapon transcendence by then, be sure to buy that box. But for everybody else, we're not going to be having full weapon transcendence for Eggar, which, talking to Lustboy in the podcast and Memo, I think they said that it should be doable, but it's definitely going to be a little bit harder. But we're getting that in October 16th. But at the same time, they did say they will be monitoring player progression as we approach October and may release Eggar on October 23, depending on the progression of endgame players. So if not enough players are reaching, let's say 1660, 1680 by the time this comes out, maybe they're going to be like, okay, we'll give you guys an extra week, which actually would be an appreciated thing, because if they give us that extra week, I think we'll actually be able to complete all of our weapon transcendence by then. So I really actually hope that they do push it back by a week. I think that this would be a very good change, and I really hope that they do it. So guys, let's cross our fingers, right? But then looking ahead, they did mention that we are going to be getting our nerfs to Echidna in August 28th, but they also confirmed we're getting the Akan nerfs. I'm assuming it's the ones in China. And then we're also getting Thamine nerfs, which I'm wondering, does it mean it's just like the Clash nerfs, or if there's actually more nerfs to that? We'll have to see. But I'm excited for this update that is coming Wednesday to see what is coming to our servers and what the nerfs are, because Echidna is still definitely very hard, especially hard Echidna. So I hope this will help the clear rate of people who are doing Echidna, because I still definitely get jailed quite a bit in that raid. And then, as I mentioned earlier, they are going to be looking at the changes to Elixirs and Transcendence, which is probably the changes that Korea mentioned in their video. Again, I made a video earlier for this, and they're going to be bringing all these changes as soon as possible. So hopefully that means very soon, this week, if anything, but it's probably only this week. Maybe it's going to be September. Who knows, right? So yeah, hopefully you guys are happy about this change, because it's definitely some good stuff. But again, they really need to execute this really well to be able to make this a positive change, or else it's going to be kind of rough for us. You know, imagine doing Behemoth at 1620 when the actual requirements to do it are 1640 and we're just not strong enough to do it, right? That would actually suck so much. But that's about it, guys. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. As per usual, please let me know down in the comment section below if you're excited for this. And also, if you want to see more videos like this, please remember to hit the like button, hit the sub button, ring the bell for notifications, and also I stream every single day on twitch.tv/MeSoShiru. So hopefully I see you guys there, but if not, hopefully I'll see y'all in the next video. Alright guys, peace out.